Hi, my name is Tamber Hilton, and I or another member of my team is going to be working with you on your upcoming event to make sure your presentations and the interpretation of your presentations are a complete success. The purpose of this video is to give you some audio-visual tips so that you can look and sound your best. We'll be primarily focusing on audio as that's what's going to affect the interpretation the most, but I'll throw in some visual tips right now to help you also look the best on your presentation. So the most important thing with the visual aspect of appearing on a meeting is making sure that you are lit from the front. I have a ring light, an example you can see in the upper left-hand corner of the screen here. And you'll see that without it, if I turn that off, there are a lot more shadows on my face. So if I have such a light and I'm lit from the front, you'll be able to see me a lot clearer. The other thing that's important is that I have my video camera at just above eye level. If you have it coming from below, it will age you about 10 years. So make sure that your video camera is at or just slightly above eye level. And those are the two most important things you can do for your visuals. Also in Zoom, there are a few things that you can do with your settings. So if you go to the lower left-hand corner of your screen, there's a little video camera icon within the Zoom application, and you'll just click the up arrow next to that and go into your video settings. And I will demo what this can do for you. So if you can see, if I go on adjust for low light, if I max that out, that's what happens. If I take it all the way down or put it on auto, that's what happens. So put it on manual and I'll put it about there. And then touch up my appearance. It sort of gives a soft blur to your features, and you can kind of play with that and see how you like it. So basically, those are the main visual tips that you can use as a presenter to look your best. Now let's talk about sounding your best. So the most important thing that you can do as a presenter for your interpreters and for your listeners who are going to be trying to learn from your presentation or gather information, generally speaking, is to have an external microphone. That can be a headset like this one. If you don't have time to get one of those or not able to get one of those, even smartphone earbuds with a little microphone piece in them can work. Or maybe yours look more like this. The one thing that I would not recommend are Bluetooth earbuds. Those sound great on phones, but terrible on computers about 80% of the time. So stay away from the Bluetooth little earbuds that you usually purchase for a phone. And I will just go ahead and show you kind of what that difference is. So I'm going to switch mics because right now I'm on a headset, and I'm going to show you what it sounds like when it's my built-in mic. So this is my built-in microphone, and you can see that there's a difference. I sound further away from my computer. You can hear the space around me a bit more. And if you have any kind of an echo in your room, that will just be exacerbated. It'll be worsened by using a built-in microphone, whether that's your laptop or your computer. So whatever you do, try not to use this, especially since the quality of laptop and desktop microphones varies substantially. Like you could be almost inaudible on a call, very difficult to listen to and impossible to interpret for. So whatever you do, go ahead and try and get an external mic. I'll also show you another microphone that I have, which is this one. It's a tabletop mic, and I will place the information about this mic so you can get it on Amazon if you like it. It's about $35. It's super cheap, but gives excellent sound. So that is an option if you do not want to have a headset. So I'll set that aside, and you can see also the sound changes with distance. So this kind of a mic is better here than it is over there. So it should be right in front of you if you choose to use that kind of a microphone. So I'll come back to my headset microphone now. And from here, what I would like to do is pause this, and I will switch to showing you how to optimize your audio settings within Zoom. Okay, I'm back. And as I mentioned before, at this point in the video, I'm going to show you how to check your mic and optimize your audio settings within Zoom. So to do that, I'm going to open a meeting in Zoom with just me in it. And the way to do this is first to make sure that you have Zoom downloaded onto your desktop or laptop. and then sign into the Zoom client. So I can see that I'm signed in here. I have my upcoming meetings here, and I can launch a new meeting with just me in it by clicking this orange button here. So I'm going to do that. And normally at this time, you would also see me. I would see myself in this frame here, and I would use that also to check the status and functionality of my video camera. But right now my screen recording software is occupying my video camera, and I won't be able to do that in Zoom. But that's not a problem because we're going to focus on audio here. So the first thing that you do when you come into this meeting is check your mic. You're going to make sure that your mic is properly set. So right here, there's a little up arrow next to your microphone, and you're going to look and see which microphone is selected. I have a few here. So this first one here, the PNP audio device, in my case happens to be the mic I showed you a minute ago, the gooseneck mic. The Realtek audio for the vast majority of users is going to be the Windows system audio, like it's going to be the microphone that's built in. And usually that's not going to sound very good. And in my case, the microphone that I want is my headset, which is a USB headset. So the name comes into Zoom and Zoom knows what it's called, so I can select it. Same as system. Often if you have, for example, a microphone that has a 3.5 millimeter jack, there's a good chance, I just want to say for starters, that this is not going to be read by your computer, that your computer will read it only as headphones and will not realize it is also a microphone. So you might hear everybody just fine, but they're still hearing you on the laptop microphone like I was showing you a moment ago, that it doesn't sound that great. So be careful if you have one of those and try and get a USB headset. That's going to be the easiest for you to troubleshoot. But if you do have one of these, try choosing same as system, try choosing Realtek. Sometimes one of those does work. And then when you sound test it, which I will show you how to do in a moment, you should blow into it or tap it and make sure you hear the blowing or tapping. And that's how you'll really know if that microphone is being picked up. So let's go ahead and open our audio settings. So I'm going to go here. This is further optimization. So again, here I can see which microphone I'm using. I can see the volume. So for example, if I, as your tech, if I tell you to please adjust your volume, I'll walk you through this, but this is where I'm going to take you to raise and lower your volume. I may also ask you to turn on suppress background noise and put it to high. And I may also ask you to go into advanced and have you do show in meeting option to enable original sound. And then look up here to make sure that up on the left where I've got my cursor, it says turn on original sound. If it says turn off, incorrect. That is incorrect. It should say that. And that way we know that Zoom is actually filtering your sound for you. So this is a good thing to have on if you have, if you have to use a laptop mic, or if you have one of these and you have any kind of background noise around you at all. So this is going to be a key setting to limit some of that sound impact. So let's go back and I'll show you, like, if you want to find out, and I do suggest that you find out that your mic, especially a 3.5 millimeter jack mic, is being read, you're going to have to click this button here, test mic, do a quick recording. So it'll look like this, test mic, recording. You go tap, 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 and then it will play back that tap, tap, tap. So that is my presentation, and you will receive this video accompanied by a simple presenter's checklist to help you through this process. I would encourage you to try this on your own, and then just before your presentation as well, open a new Zoom meeting just like we practiced, and double check your mic settings, double check your video camera, make sure everything is working well so that you can have the best possible presentation and your participants will have the best possible listening experience. That's all I have for you. Thanks so much, and best success on your event.